Today we are going to discuss classification of bryophytes. Earlier we have already read the general characteristic features and affinities of bryophyte, and classification is part of our syllabus. So today we are going to discuss the classification. It was Eckler who in 1813 divided Bryophyta into two classes. He divided division Bryophyta into two classes, class Hepatici, which was also named as liverworts, and class Massai, in which mosses were included. Later on in 1892, Engler subdivided these two classes, that is Hepatici and Massai, into three orders each. The Hepatici was divided into three orders: order Markensiales, Jungermanniales, and Anthocerotales. And Massai was also divided into the three orders: Sphagnales, Andriales, and Bryales. For a very long time, this classification of Eckler and Engler was accepted, but it was 1899 when Howe argued that the order Anthocerotales is having very distinct characteristic features from the liverworts. So this order Anthocerotales should be given the rank of class, and the view of Howe was further proposed by Campbell 1940, Takhtazan 1953, Smith 1955, Suster 1958, and Wardla 1962. So now division Bryophyta was divided into three classes, and that is Hepatici, Anthocerotes, and Massai. However, Takhtazan preferred to call Anthocerotes as Anthoceroti. Later on, following the International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, where the class must end with Opsida, these three classes were named as Hepaticopsida, Anthocerotopsida, and Bryopsida. Now, after the adoption of the proposal which was proposed by Howe, the classification of bryophytes was taken the shape as the class Hepaticopsida was divided into four orders: Markensiales, Spherocarpales, Jungermanniales, and Calobryales. The Anthocerotopsida was having a single order, that is Anthocerotales, and Bryopsida, that is also having a single order, that is Massai. Now the characteristic features of Hepaticopsida. The main plant body is dorso-ventrally flattened or foliose. The dorso-ventrally flattened thalli are dichotomously branched and have unicellular rhizoids on the ventral surface of the thallus. The rhizoids are of two types, smooth-walled and tuberculate. On the ventral surface of the thallus, in the members of Hepaticopsida, scales are also found, and these scales are of two types, ligulate and appendiculate. In Rixia, a single kind of scales are present, that is of ligulate type, while in Markensia both ligulate and appendiculate scales are present on the ventral surface of the thallus. These scales are providing mechanical support to the delicate thallus. The foliose forms of the class Hepaticopsida bear 2 to 3 rows of leaves on its axis, and there is absence of midrib in the leaves. While uh, it is important to notice that when in the class Bryopsida, the leaves are having distinct midrib, while in members of Hepaticopsida, there is absence of midrib in the leaves. The vegetative multiplication takes place by death and decay of older part of thallus, by adventitious branches, by gemmi, or by tubers. The sex organs are present on the dorsal surface of the thallus, for example Rixia, or sometimes these sex organs, that is Antheridia and Archegonia, are found on specialized structures, and these specialized structures are known as gametophores. For example, in Markensia, on the male thallus, antheridiophore is present. At the apex of the antheridiophore, antheridial disc is found, and inside the antheridial disc, antheridia are present. Similarly, in the female thallus of Markensia, there is archegoniophore, and the apex of the archegoniophore, archegonial disc, that is also known as carpocephalum, is present, and inside this archegonial disc or carpocephalum, archegonia are found. The sporophyte in general is differentiated into foot, seta, and capsule, but there are certain exceptions. For example, in Rixia, the sporophyte is having only capsule. There is absence of foot and seta. The spore mother cells develop from endothecium, and there is absence of sterile columella in the capsule. The class Hepaticopsida has been divided into 4 orders: Markensiales, Spherocarpales, Jungermanniales, and Calobriales. Now, the characteristic features of the orders will be discussed at the time of discussion of the representative genera. So, now the characteristic features of the class Anthoceratopsida. The members of Anthoceratopsida, anthos means horn. They are having horn-like sporophyte attached to the gametophyte. That's why this name is given to this class, Anthoceratopsida. The plant body is dorsoventrally flattened, and on the ventral surface of the thallus, smooth-walled rhizoids are present. Tuberculate rhizoids and scales are absent. While in members of Hepaticopsida, the rhizoids are of 2 types, that is smooth-walled as well as tuberculate. In Anthoceratopsida, tuberculate rhizoids are absent. Scales are also absent in Anthoceratopsida. The thallus is not differentiated into photosynthetic and storage zone in Anthoceratopsida, while in Hepaticopsida, the thallus is clearly differentiated into upper green photosynthetic zone, that is also known as assimilatory zone, and lower storage zone. Also, but in case of Anthoceratopsida, this kind of differentiation is not there in the thallus. That is, the whole thallus is made up of uniform cells. there is not differentiation of photosynthetic and storage regions. And there is absence of air pores and air chambers in Anthoceratopsida, but mucilage cavities are present which open on the ventral surface of the thallus by mucilage pores. The sex organs are found on the dorsal surface of the thallus. The antheridia are present inside the antheridial chamber. Sometimes group of antheridia are formed which are known as androsia. For example, in Anthoceros, the antheridia group of antheridia are present in a chamber, and that is this group is known as androsia. The archegonia develop from the dorsal epidermal cells. The sporophyte is differentiated into capsule, meristematic zone and seta. The sporophyte is differentiated into foot, meristematic zone and capsule. Uh, this is typing error, I'm sorry. The sporophyte is differentiated into capsule, meristematic zone, that is seta. At the place of seta, there is presence of meristematic zone and there is presence of foot. Sporogenous cells develop from epithecium. The pseudoelaters are formed which do not have spiral thickening bands. In class Anthoceratopsida, there is a single order Anthocerotales. Order Anthocerotales has been divided into two families, Anthocerotaceae and Notothylaceae. Now, the characteristic features of Bryopsida. The gametophyte has two stages, the protonymal stage and the leafy stage, that is also known as leafy gametophore. The lateral appendages or leaves are simple, sessile and with a distinct midrib. Multicellular rhizoids with oblique septa are present. Here the rhizoids are multicellular and they are obliquely septate. The axis or stem is differentiated into outer cortex and central conducting zone. Vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation, stolons, by branching of protonema, special leafy shoots, gemmi and persistent apices. The sex organs are formed in groups at the apical ends of the branches. The plants are either dioecious, that is unisexual, or monoecious, that is bisexual. The antheridia are club shaped, narrow and elongated. Single layered sterile wall layer is present around the antheridium. Antherozoites are biflagellate and coiled. Archegonia are stalked with a much elongated neck and a massive venter. The sporophyte is differentiated into foot, seta and capsule. The seta is very much elongated. The peristomial teeth present in the capsule help in spore dispersal. The haploid spores on their germination form protonema from which leafy gametophore is formed. Smith 1950 divided Bryopsida into three subclasses: Sphagnobria, Enduobria and Eubria.